All right, just for the record, this mission is just for fun. All right, we're not trying to like stir the pot. We're not trying to, mock the Vikings or anything like that. This is just strictly observe and patrol. You know, we're going to be observing, patrolling with the F-22 Raptor, flying around Greenland just to see if there's any Chinese icebreakers and Russian icebreakers out there. Remember, we're looking for Russians and Chinese icebreakers. We're not like engaging NATO Air Force. So this is just like something for fun. All right. I thought it would be kind of cool and interesting to do this with a F-22 Raptor. I got my flight stick here, which is Velocity 1, flight stick Velocity 1, which I've been using for a long time. I had this stick. Listen, I have all the sticks. I have the best of the best, dude. When it comes to flying, I don't want to brag, but believe me, I have it all. In a course of 6 years, I have accumulated like the best of the best flight sticks, from Thrustmaster to you name it. Same thing with the yokes. So I have it all. But this is one of my favorites. When it comes to like F-22 Raptors or F-18 or F-15, the ones that I was using with DCS, that was a different Thrustmaster. That was, I believe, T1600. No, T16000. I think it was a T16000. I think it was T16000 Thrustmaster. I still have it. I only use it with the DCS because it's specifically designed to be used with DCS, which is Digital Combat Simulator. This is Flight Simulator. Of course, we're not going to be engaging anything here. We don't have any weapons or anything like that. So it's just observe and patrol. All right. So let me show you the outside. This is the outside of the F-22 Raptor. It is going to be really fast. We're running at 1440p, 120 hertz. It's going to be 60 FPS with 120 hertz, so it should look really good. I'm going to wait for more of you guys to come in. If you want to become a member, become a member. If not, that's fine by me. You can still watch, but I don't know why would you want to watch with commercials. Those stupid, annoying commercials created by artificial intelligence. Why? It's only $2. You don't have to watch those commercials. You really don't have to torture yourself. You don't. But do what you like. If you don't mind the commercials, watch the commercials. But if I was you, I would become a member so you can enjoy this and watch this uninterrupted. Okay, so it's funny. My gaming laptop kind of looks like Raptor. My Asus ROG, like Asus Republic of Gamers, kind of looks like a Raptor. Even my Asus stuff looks like a Raptor. This is a 2024 version of F-22 Raptor, and it looks good. Everything works as you would expect it to work, like the rudders on the left and the right. There they are. Here, so you can see things working good. The flaps. Here, I'll show it to you. The flaps, left, right, up, down. See how the jet engine. This is the geniuses of Lockheed Martin. They've thought about everything. They thought about how to get the Raptor's velocity of trajectory when it moves to the left and moves to the right, how quickly it can maneuver. And this really helps maneuverability. And this is why Sukhoi 50... look, I'm not saying that the Sukhoi cannot do this, but Sukhoi will really have a difficult time catching up with F-22 Raptor. I know some of you Ruskies out there, I know you want to claim that your Sukhoi 57 is all that, but believe me, Sukhoi 57 will have a difficult time with the one Sukhoi, I mean, one-on-one, Su-57 versus F-22. Sukhoi 57 will have a difficult time with F-22 Raptor, and eventually it will lose. Trust me. The maneuverability with the F-22. Now, if you have two F-22 Raptors and there's a one Sukhoi, you just run away, dude. You should just fly, turn around, and just go back, because you're done. Like, that's how precise these Raptors are. Remember, these are the same Raptors that we used to track down those glowing UFO lights, remember? Was it in Alaska or in Canada? Yukon? Was it Yukon? There's a province called the Yukon, which is up above British Columbia, near Canada. Yukon. Was it Yukon? And we had a couple of F-22 Raptors, and they took down those lighting orbs. Now, back then, Biden administration never disclosed what it was. It's top secret, so we don't know. Now, some weeks later, they gave us some bogus version that it was a balloons, like a weather balloons. Are you trying to tell me that the NORAD doesn't know the difference between a weather balloon and a something that's unknown origin? So now you're probably asking, but how did they take it down? Did they use the traditional missiles and rockets? No. No, they didn't. You know what they were using? You want me to tell you? I'll tell you anyway. EMT. I'm sorry, not EMT. EMP, I'm sorry. Not EMT. EMP, which is a electric magnetic pulse that can knock off the gravity of these UFOs. Look, man, it's already disclosed. I mean, I know there's no evidence of it because there won't be any evidence, but that's what they use, EMP. That's what these F-22s were equipped with, EMPs. Why EMPs? Because the electric magnetic pulse destabilizes their shield that gives them that gravitational 0-point energy. And once it's disabled, then they fall flat, right? Once they lose that space of gravity that surrounded these UFOs, then they lose. Why am I even telling you this? This is top secret shit. But anyway, that's what I assumed they were using. EMPs. Did I say EMT? No, not EMT. What is EMT? Electromagnetic tracker. To track these, UFOs. I think that's what that is, EMT. All right, I just made this up. All right, none of this is true. We don't have EMTs. We're not using any electromagnetic trackers, and we're not using any electromagnetic pulse weapons. All right, or are we? See, that's the thing. You'll never know. I just injected something for you, and now you're gonna wonder, oh, what the hell is he talking? What is the EMP? What is the EMT? Electromagnetic trackers and electromagnetic pulse. Anyway, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay, my friends. You got to do better research. Is there such thing as electromagnetic trackers? And what would they be used for? For something that has a shield around it that emits electromagnetic pulse. Wouldn't you want to track that, whatever that is, that has that electromagnetic pulse shield around it? Now people are thinking, maybe Mr. 4K worked in Area 51. Maybe there's something he knows that we don't. Even if I did, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But even if I did know, like look at Bob Lazar, for example. He talked about the element 115. Okay, fine. Well, how do you prove it? How do you prove about the element 115? Sure, he did acknowledge it. There's a lot of whistleblowers, right? They go in and they acknowledge a lot of things. But if you can't prove it, if you have no evidence, it's a science fiction. Get it? Science fiction. Without the evidence, it's science fiction. It's laughable. But there might be some truth to it. Okay? There might be some truth to it. So how did we knock out those light orbs? Did we use the traditional missiles? Think. Of course not. So what the hell did we use? A much faster supersonic missiles, especially with the F-22, can go much higher Mach speed. And top of these supersonic missiles equipped with these electromagnetic pulse missiles that can knock out these shields off of these UFOs. Now, this is a theory. Okay, just for the record, I know as much as you do. These are just a theory that I heard from Dr. Stephen Greer. Now, how much can you trust Dr. Stephen Greer? Well, I don't know, man. He's pretty big. He's not like nobody. So I don't know how much can I like any of this. But and again, it's like anything in life. It's like what's his name says, Coast to Coast AM. My goodness, what's his name of the radio host? You guys know what I'm talking about. Art Bell. It's like Art Bell says, all right, but how do you prove it? This is all fine and dandy on a paper, right? Telling me all of this is very intriguing, but how do you prove it? And that's the thing. If you can't prove it, it doesn't mean anything. Unless you got the evidence, unless you got the smoking gun, unless you got the proof, it really doesn't do anything, really. It's just another fantasy, But the official story that was told to us back then when Biden administration was in charge, when that event happened in Yukon, after the balloon, remember the Chinese balloon, after the Chinese balloon, they said that these light orbs were a weather balloon. But ask yourself this question. Don't you think that NORAD knows everything? Okay, NORAD knows everything. What's in our airspace, what's out of our airspace, and you don't think they know about scheduled weather balloons in Yukon? So ask yourself this question. Well, how could that be? Why would you send two F-22 Raptors for a weather balloon? You're trying to tell me that the NORAD doesn't know that it was a weather balloon? But again, that's the official story they want you to know. All right. But do you believe it? Of course you don't believe it. And I don't blame you. Why would you? Because it doesn't make any sense. Okay. So, but don't expect the government to tell you the truth. Don't expect them to be honest with you. Why would they? Why should they be? They will be honest with certain things to a certain extent, but not with stuff like this. Anyway, let's go. This is just observe and patrol. Let's get going. All right. You guys ready? I know I am. I'm going to turn up my sound a little bit so you guys can hear it. I also have F-35. I've got F-117 as well. I would love to get that Black Hawk, man. I've been eyeing on that Black Hawk. I would love to have that Black Hawk. I think I have an Osprey, but I have issues with Osprey. It just doesn't work. Doesn't work that well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I know I am. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Greenland. We're going too fast. We need to slow down a little bit. I can't remember which one is the gear. I can't remember the gear. I can't remember where the gear is. Which one is the gear? Can't remember. But we can fix that. We can fix that. Hold on. We can get that fixed. Let me see something. Gear down, gear up, joystick button 11. So wait a minute, which one is it then? Okay, gear up. I want this to be a gear up. Okay. Gear down. I want this to be gear down. All right. Got it. Got it. Okay. We're good now. We're good. There's one more thing I want to do. Since we are in 1440p, I want to make sure we're in 1440p. Confirm. And I also want to make sure that we have high-end quality. Since we're in a 1440p, we can go quality. Or balance, just keep it a balanced. Hold on. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. All right, we're good now. This is Greenland. Nothing but ice, guys. Nothing but ice down here. Nothing but ice. This F-22 Raptor is very responsive. Trust me. It's super responsive. Remember, we're just doing observe and patrol. We're not doing any crazy maneuvering. Just observe and patrol. How does it feel to fly this thing? It's very responsive. Look how quickly I can just spin around. Look at that. Just like that. You can see also how quickly I can make a loop, go up, go down. We're checking for the ships. Remember the icebreakers, the Russian icebreakers. To make sure. Everything's good. I can also quickly trim the airplane as much as I want to with this button right here on the top. It's just a joy. This Velocity 1 flight stick is just a joy to fly. F-22 Raptor. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. You can trim it really well. Look at that. Smooth as a butter. And that's what we're doing. Check the other side. Let's go on this side over here just to make sure there aren't any Russian icebreakers. Chinese and Russian icebreakers. We'll go a little bit faster. Off the burner. We're going to go down a little bit lower just to make sure. I'm making a loop going around, remember? Observe and patrol. Observe and patrol, that's what we're doing. Okay. Is my microphone too loud? I'm sorry. I apologize. Because I know that my audio is also very loud, and that's why I am maybe sounding too loud. Alright, silence. How about a complete silence? I don't see anything. I don't see any icebreakers from China, Russia. Everything's good. We're good here. There's something else here I need to do that I forgot to do. I can trim it, don't worry. I can trim the plane with just one button. But there's something else here I need to adjust. Cabin light. Floodlight. Everything's going to be green, green, green. Okay, that's better. It looks a little bit brighter. Hold on, let me adjust my picture quality. I need to adjust this something here so you guys can see it better. Yeah, that's what was missing. There we go, right there. I think we're good here. So far, so good. Alright, so we have to make another loop and continue. Remember, we're checking for any suspicious activity from Russia, China, icebreakers. They're not authorized to cross this line here. Did you like that? Huh? So who worked on this F-22 Raptor? Which developer? Well, it's the Top Mach Studios. And Top Mach Studios are pretty good when it comes to F-22 Raptors. Is this available on PlayStation 5? Unfortunately not. It's on PC, sadly, because I would love to see this on PlayStation 5 for sure. But I think eventually it will come to PlayStation 5. I know you guys love to get your hands on this bad boy. Everything looks good. No issues, no problems. Everything is legit. Legit as it can be. We're going to go down a little bit lower altitude. Okay. Everything looks good. We're going to go along the coastline because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for any ships. All right, that's better. I can see better now. Okay, let's go to the coastline right over here. Shh. Complete silence. You never see me coming. Now you do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go around the coastline. Watch out for those icebreakers, you know. Obviously, I don't think there won't be any. Of course, there won't be any icebreakers, but we're just pretending that there are make-believe icebreakers. But we can do it quietly. 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 Sukhoi 57 will never see me coming. Never, 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 never. He will never see me coming once I lock on him like this. It's scary. Listen, man. Getting locked on by these F-22 Raptors, it's just terrifying. There was one Air Force pilot he was talking about. He was part of the Raptor team. Obviously, he couldn't talk about what kind of instruments and all that stuff because it's confidential, it's top secret. But when they were doing like maneuvering and practicing dogfighting and all that, how quickly he was flying basically an F-18, and just how quickly the F-22 Raptor was able to lock on the F-18. And F-18 is still pretty good, but was no match to F-22 Raptor, dude. How many of these Raptors do we have? From what I heard, I could be wrong. Like, 200, I think. I think we're like 200 of them. I think 200. But that's pretty good. 200 of these Raptors, man, combined with B-2 stealth bombers, B-1 stealth bombers, and F-35s, and F-18s, and F-15s, and F-16s. No one's going to outmatch us, dude. No one's going to... we own the skies. Like, just put it this way. We own the skies. Like, good luck, And don't forget, there's F-47. We don't know much about the F-47, but supposedly it's much, much better than F-22. It's a 6th generation stealth fighter. So, but we don't know much about the F-47. Other than that it's better than F-22 Raptor. And that's terrifying. If there's something better than F-22 Raptor, holy crap. Just imagine what the F-47 can do. Is Lockheed Martin the best right now? Yes, they're the best contractors that we have, dude. Yeah, there's Boeing, there's others. But Lockheed Martin, Skunk Work, they're the best. So we're going to stay here alongside coastline here. Just keep an eye on the coast. Make sure everything's hunky-dory. You never see me coming, do you? Look at this. It's almost like a jaguar. When jaguar slowly approaches its prey, and you never see it coming. It's like a raptor. That's why they call it a raptor, because you never see it coming. Like a dinosaur raptor, slowly. Like in a Code Violet, Slowly, silently approaching. And then it goes for a kill. When it's ready, it goes for a kill. Okay, let's check this area. Some Chinese and Russian icebreakers might be hiding over here. So just keep an eye. Just to make sure. This is a heat sensor. We should be able to pick up any like ships or UFOs, whatever's there. Slowly, silently, as we're approaching the coastline of Greenland. I don't see nothing here either. We can go a little bit faster. Okay, let's do this silently. Let's see what we have here. We have anything? Nothing. All good? Anything behind us? No? We're good. Yes, sir. Nothing. Let's trim. See, you can trim with this button. With the F-22 Raptor, I can trim down. See, I can trim down. And I can accelerate. I can trim down like that. It's a trimmer, actually. This is a trimmer. Just to make sure there's nothing there. Okay. We're all good here. Let's take a screenshot of this. This is pretty good. So Top Mach Studios, they did a great job on this F-22 Raptor. Now keep in mind, the only thing they can do, it's the outer part of the F-22. And what they can see from the outside of the cockpit. But what's inside the cockpit, it's anybody's guess. Well, unless you are F-22 Raptor pilot, but you cannot talk about it. So, you know, it's very classified information. Everything's good so far. I don't see any Russian icebreakers. I don't see any Chinese icebreakers. We're good to go here. Everything's hunky-dory. Remember, this is a patrol mission. We're not armed. We're good. Well, we are, but it's inside. This is just in case some shit goes down. We got some stuff in here that I can open this and, you know, but that's only if the shit goes down. All good here. So far, so good. Remember, observe and patrol. Remember, people of Greenland, we are your allies. We're your friends. We're not your enemies, okay? We're just doing observe and patrol. To all my Danish, Denmark friends, we're friendlies, all right? We're here to make sure that the Putin, Sukhoi, and Chinese, sixth generation stealth fighters don't intrude, so. But I understand it's their heritage. Listen, as an American, I understand. It's their heritage. It's the Viking heritage. I get it. I understand. All good so far. I don't see anything unusual. I don't even see any UFOs. Oh, this will pick up any kind of heat sensor. Anything. Whether it's down below or above, this will pick it up. Any kind of heat signature. How many of you guys actually have used DCS? Like how many of you actually been using DCS, Digital Combat Simulator World? Digital Combat Simulator World, it's honestly one of the best digital combat simulators out there. With the F-18 Super Hornet and F-16 that they have, I believe F-15 and many other airplanes. But I think the top three are like F-18, F-16 Viper, F-16 Viper, and then F-15 Eagle Strike. What was that? What happened? Not sure what just happened. Did you guys see that? Let's turn around and let's investigate. What was that? Something there. Just thought. It's almost like we were hit by something. I don't know. Let's double check. Hold on. Nothing's picking up on the radar. Okay. Hold on. I have a better idea. Let's do this. Anything above the sky? I turn upside down so that way I can see if there's anything above the sky. Like this. Which is fine. Don't worry, I'm fine. Nah, we good. We good. But for a minute, I thought there was something. Anyway, let's turn around. There's nothing. Let's go lower altitude. Let's see. Let's see what we can see. Here we go. Sound barrier is going to be broken any minute. I don't see anything. I don't see any ships. Nothing. Slow down, slow down. I don't think Russian and Chinese would even dare. Honestly, I don't think they would even dare come here. Let's just be honest. But at the same time, I understand why we want to control this area. I get it. But I highly doubt that they would want to take that risk. Because then that would invoke Article 5, correct? And then you got all the super nuclear powers joining in together with the best of the best. Good luck with that, man. You know. So I doubt that Russians are that stupid. The Chinese are that stupid. So I don't think that would ever happen. You know. But I get it strategically for our U.S. Air Force, for our Navy, for our military. Strategically, I get it. For our submarines, sure, I get it. This is like some sort of a small town here called Nook. You want to live here? It's nice and warm. Yeah, it's a small town right here. It's a small town. We're friendlies, all right? Everybody relax. We're friendlies. Let's check these waters here. Just to make sure. No icebreakers from Russia and China. This is all like make believe, of course. It's all scripted. But, you know, I thought this would be like an interesting live stream for you guys. And so far I can tell how many people tuned in that you guys are finding this very interesting. All good here? Yeah, I think everything's good. I don't see anything unusual. Nothing unusual. Things good. Nothing out of the ordinary. Everything's good here too. Nothing out of the ordinary. Everything's good. Let's check this side and then work our way around. Yeah, we're good. Nothing's picking up on the heat sensor. Alright, this area is clear. Looks good. Let's check some more areas. Just to make sure everything's hunky-dory. Hunky-dory. Let's follow this path, this river right here, just to make sure. Yeah, I don't see anything. It's all good. Everything's clear. Everything's good. I don't see any Russians, icebreakers. I don't see any Russian Sukhois. I don't see any Russian bombers. You know, they have those big giant Russian bombers. I don't see any MiG-31s. I don't see any Russian drones. Nothing. I don't see any Russian Navy. As far as submarines, well, that's our nuclear submarines have to detect that. That's their job to detect if there's any Russians out there. We're going to proceed going north to make sure everything's good here. Yeah, this Velocity one from Turtle Beach certainly adds to the realism and the experience. It's really good. I use this mainly for jet fighters and helicopters. For like regular planes, I use the Velocity 1 yoke. Alright, everything here is good. I don't see anything. No UFOs. No little gray aliens running around. No heat sensors. This thing for real will pick up any heat, like any heat. Like if there's a polar bear running around, it'll pick it up. Anything. Above and below. Everything's good. So far, so good. I don't see anything unusual. Let's double check again. Let me trim down a little bit. there's nothing there. Nothing. Yeah, we're good. There's nothing. Okay, let's move up to the coastline. We're going to the coastline. We're still going north, but I want to make sure that we get to the coastline. Which would be right over here. This side. So I have to go a little bit west to get to the coastline. So far, I don't see anything here out of the ordinary. Everything's good. Everything's hunky-dory. We can trim the plane up a little bit, like that. A little bit northwest. We good. We can go silent a little bit. Climb up a higher altitude a little bit. Or I can just trim it like this. That's it. See that? I can trim it like this. Just go up like that. With one press of a button. And I'm good. All right, we're close to the coastline over here. See how quickly we got to the coastline. There it is. Double check the coastline again before we go up north. It's a huge area, you know. Patrolling Greenland, it's huge. Let's double check over here. Go around that lake. That the outlet on that lake, the outlet to the North Atlantic Ocean, and let's see what we can see. No heat signature, nothing. No Russians, Chinese icebreakers. That's good. We'll go a little bit lower. We'll go into stealth mode. I don't see anything. Things good. And we'll continue north. These are all Viking names. Ikerasuk, Ikerasuk, Ikerasuk. Norwegian, you know. We can go into stealth mode, you know, slowly. Nothing there. Let's check this area. Let's go a little bit lower. Nothing there either. It's all good. Let's do the upside down spin so we can check out the skies. Hold on. That's not how you do it. My bad. That's how you do it. Okay, I got it, I got it. Upside down spin. Nothing in the skies. Clear. We're good. I think everything's good here, man. I don't think there's any issues here, man. I don't see any Russians. We have nothing to worry about. Russians don't dare come here. Chinese don't dare. They're not going to come here. But we got to check everything. But I don't think Russian Chinese will dare come here. What is that? What is that? What is that? Hold on. Is that a ship? Is that a ship? No, it's just some small island. Small island. It's not a ship. If it was a ship, it would pick up the heat sensor, but it's not picking up anything. These are all islands. Small islands. For the polar bears, you know. Feeding on sea lions. Just an island. We're good. Everything's good. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be happy. Nothing here either. Things good. Everything's hunky-dory. We're good. We'll proceed north. remember, we're just patrolling. Observe and patrol. Nothing out of the ordinary here either. Everything's good. Everything good here too? Yeah, we good, we good. Guys, there's no Russians here. There's no Chinese. All right, we're good. I don't see any problems. I don't see any issues here. Everything's good. We can proceed north. Everything's good here too. I don't see no issues. All good here too. Let's check that channel over there. Hold on. Check this channel, but I don't think there's anything here. I don't see no Russian, Chinese icebreakers. I don't see anything. Now submarines, that's Navy. They have to. Our submarines will keep a lookout on the submarines. I don't see anything visually here that would indicate there's any Russians, Chinese, icebreakers, Navy. Nothing. Nothing's picking up on a heat sensor. Not even UFOs. But let's be honest, if you want to pick up a UFO, you got to go down to Antarctica. Antarctica, that's where usually you'll pick up a UFO. But here, nothing out of the ordinary. It's all good. Maybe we can go a little bit faster just to make sure. And then we'll proceed north. Make sure I can see anything visually. I don't think so. I'm just checking this channel because sometimes, you know, Russians and Chinese could hide their little icebreakers here. So I just want to make sure they're not pulling any tricks. That's the whole point of this mission, to make sure that the Greenland is secured. Yeah, I would say everything's clear. Yeah, I would say clear. It's all clear here. I don't pick up anything on a heat sensor. It's good. Let's trim it up a little bit. There we go. Let's make one more approach and we'll proceed north. Just one more approach. Just make sure. Just to make sure. Yeah, I don't see nothing. We're good. All right, we're good here. Proceed north. Stay silent. Trim down. Trim down. Trim it. 10 degrees down. Silent mode. Stay silent. We're still on the silent mode. Nothing. Proceeding north. Nothing on a heat sensor. It's an infrared, but it's also a heat sensor. It's combined with infrared and heat sensor. Any kind of heat signature, it'll pick it up. Meaning any kind of life form, anything that's like using electronic or engine or something that it's warming, that it's moving, like a ship, right? That has heat inside of it. We're good. Nothing. Stay silent. Still nothing. Yeah, I think we're good. Honestly, we're almost at the edge of the north edge of the not Antarctica, the north edge of the Greenland. Antarctica, it's South Pole. All right, Greenland is North Pole. Antarctica, it's South Pole. Yeah, we good. We good. All right, let's proceed to the coastline. We're good here. We're going to the coastline and then proceeding north. Is that a ship? Hold on. Yeah, that is a ship. Looks like a pirate ship. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on a second. What's the pirate ship doing here? Huh? Oh, people live here. Oh, that's why. The Viking ship. Oh, okay, 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 okay. I get it, I get it, I get it. Well, let's take a look at it one more time. Let's take a look at it one more time. Observe and report. Maybe it's a ghost ship from Vikings. Could be. All right. Could be a ghost ship lost in time. Let's proceed north. Proceeding north. I think we almost covered the entire west side of Antarctica. All right, let's go a little bit faster. I want to get to the edge of the north side of Greenland. Now, things are about to get very loud, just to let you know. We'll go through this channel really quick just to make sure. We're like at the very edge of the north tip of Greenland. All right, we're good. Welcome to North Pole. Let's stay silent, shall we, huh? So now we're like at the very tip of north north edge of the Greenland. So we're like, that's why it's dark. It's like 30 days of night. It gets really dark over there for like 30 days, and then it got 30 days of day. And that's why it's so dark. But we're going down south, approaching south, just to make sure that we can get a little bit more daylight as we're approaching south. But everything behind us, as you can see, it's just pure darkness. But you can see a moon. Can you? Can you see a moon? You could see, well, you could see Milky Way galaxy, at least, right? It's not bad. All right, we're getting a little bit of daylight over here. Why, you guys want to see the cockpit? Is that it? That's fine. We can look at the cockpit. Not bad, huh? All right, at least we're getting a little bit of sunlight, huh? A little bit of sunlight. All right, we're going to slow down a little bit. We're going to go down lower altitude. Can we catch some more daylight here? Hold on. All right, this is as much daylight as we can get right now. Yeah, we can see now. We good. We good. Shouldn't be a problem. We're going to fly very low. All right, that's better. Feels better, doesn't it? What can't you do with this plane, huh? I know you guys are enjoying this. Hey, so am I. I'm enjoying this as well. Imagine if you're like an Air Force pilot and your job is to patrol the Greenland and enjoy the scenery. Oh my God. Probably the best job ever. Have I tried this in VR? Yes, I did. What's it feels like? It depends on your PC, how powerful your PC is. Depends on what kind of VR headset you have. You know, all of these elements contribute to a great experience. But how does it feel? Wow, it feels great. Especially when you're listening to Spotify and you're flying around like this. Yeah, it's great. You can listen to some Metallica, AC/DC, you know, Van Halen, or some DJ Tiesto, you know, whatever. You know, I haven't talked about. I just realized I haven't talked much about. It's true. I haven't. I haven't talked about this Velocity One flight stick. Just realized I haven't talked about it too much. What can I say? I mean, this is like the best flight stick for like $120 that you can get for DCS and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like this should be like your very first purchase for a flight stick. You can use it with a Microsoft Flight Simulator. You could use it with a what you call it, Ace Combat 7. You could use it with DCS for helicopters. There's certainly, you know, a lot of benefits with this. But what's so unique about it? Well, what's so unique about it is you have all of these buttons available for you to give you certain commands that you need for your jet fighter or for your helicopter or whatever it is that you're flying. And it's really done well. Like Turtle Beach has really done a good job with this. Is this available with the PlayStation 5? Unfortunately, no, it's not. It's only for Xbox and PC. But I'm pretty sure Turtle Beach will make one for PlayStation. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. But just remember, as soon as they release it, it's going to be sold out. This thing is going to be sold out. I like how there's a trim position right here on the top. You get your trim position right there on the top and at the bottom, which I think is pretty cool. Like I said, I haven't really talked much about it. We have to go down south. Let's go down south a little bit faster, huh? What do you guys say? Huh? What do you guys say? Let's do it. I know I haven't really said much about this Velocity One. Maybe I should make a video about it and talk about it in great detail. You know, I just realized I really haven't really talked about it much. It just dawned on me. I was like, really? You haven't? Yeah, it dawned on me. Why haven't I talked about it? It just right now it dawned on me. I was like, I should have made video about this. And I mean, I've been using this flight stick for, Jesus, I don't know how many years. About actually 4 years. Yeah, it's been 4 years, and I haven't really talked about it. It just dawned on me after 4 years I haven't really talked about this flight stick, and I should have. When you combine this flight stick with an ultra wide screen and a like IR tracking, this becomes just like amazing. So if you have an ultra wide screen like I do and you use this flight stick and you're playing a DCS, right, or you're playing this F-22 Raptor on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and you have a IR tracking, right? Let me tell you, man, this becomes just... I have a Tobii eye tracker, but the thing with the Tobii eye tracker, it just doesn't work that well. I've been having issues, man. Can I be honest? I have a Tobii eye tracker, but I've been having all sorts of issue with Tobii eye tracker. I think IR tracker is better, in my honest opinion. I heard nothing but good things about the IR tracker. But Tobii tracker, it's just... it doesn't work, man. Like the software is not that good, and the sensors are not that good. It's almost like a Kinect. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it doesn't. Yes, I know it has a built-in eye tracking and all that, but it just doesn't work that well. I would honestly say, I think the best option would be IR tracker. Let me tell you, IR trackers, dude. You put on a one of those baseball, baseball hats. You get one of those baseball hats. You put the IR tracker, and trust me, it just works better. You can use IR tracker not just for flight simulator, but you can use it for train simulator. You can use it for what else? American truck simulator, Euro truck simulator, etc., etc. But when you combine this Velocity one with a ultra wide screen, 50-inch ultra wide screen, old triple monitors, whatever you have, and IR tracker, this experience becomes much, much more enjoyable. Trust me. Now, VR is the best, of course, but if you don't have a VR IR tracker with an ultra wide screen, old triple screen monitors, it doesn't have to be super expensive. Like, here's what people make a mistake. A lot of people buy these super expensive triple monitors. Dude, you can get 3 27-inch, like dirt cheap monitors, What a decent peak brightness, decent color, and that's all you need to do, like to get your feet wet. That's how I started, man. I started with like a dirt cheap, with a dirt cheap triple monitors, which I still have, and it works. I forgot the name of the brand. I have to look into it because it's in my closet. My triple monitors, I put them in the closet because I'm not using them anymore because I have ultra wide screen. But if I didn't have an ultra wide screen, I would still be using those like cheap ass 27-inch monitors. And it really gives you that nice ultra wide experience. .27-inch, triple 27 inches. Let me see. It's almost like 88 inches diagonal, dude. That's pretty amazing to have, like, to get your feet wet with like an surround screens, especially if you're doing flight simulator, if you're doing racing like Assetto Corsa, or iRacing, etc., etc. Having those triple monitors, 27-inch, I'm telling you, man, that's 88 inches diagonal. It's going to give you that nice surround screen. Then you buy yourself a nice Logitech speakers and get yourself an IR tracker, and dude, you are like ready to rock and roll. For a Microsoft Flight Simulator, you will notice it right away. Like, the experience is going to be just more immersive, right? When it comes to DCS, the experience is going to be more immersive. When it comes to like train simulator or a bus simulator, American truck simulator, right? Euro truck simulator, the experience just becomes more immersive. So you don't necessarily have to buy an ultra wide, super expensive 50-inch monitor. Get yourself like a 27-inch cheap monitors. I don't know which brand. I don't know. Like, whichever cheapest brand in Walmart you can get for like 27 inch. And just make sure that they have a display port. That's like the only thing. I would make sure that the monitors, make sure there are 3 of each. Don't mix them up. I've seen people mix it up. Don't do it. If you want to do a surround triple monitors, don't mix it up. Use the same brand, the same model, the same size, the same bezel, the same thing, with the same display port, and then use the display ports to connect to your graphics card, and you're good to go. Have fun. Then after that, you can get yourself an IR tracker. I think they're like $100 or something like that. Get yourself an IR tracker. I think you can get it for $100. Okay, let's say 150. All right, 150. Get yourself an IR tracker. Put it on your baseball hat, so you can lean forward, lean backward, move left, move right, and then you get yourself a flight stick or a racing wheel. G929 is the one I have. G929. Depending on what you want. Like if you want racing, it's amazing experience. If you want flight simulator, if you got a Velocity 1 yoke, that's perfect. If you got Velocity 1 flight stick, that's also perfect. Even if you have a Thrustmaster T-Flight Hottest 1, it's fine as well, dude. So what I'm simply trying to say here, you don't have to spend ridiculous amount of money on ultra-wide. The only reason I purchased my very first ultra-wide screen from Samsung, it's because it was the very first time that they ever released an ultra-wide screen. And I was like, oh my God, 32:9 ratio, because I was getting tired of the bezels on my 3 monitors. And I was like, well, let's try this. And it's a great experience, ultra-wide is a great experience. But you don't necessarily have to go that route, which is the most expensive route. $2,000, that's pretty expensive. Let's say a 27-inch monitor, the cheapest one you can get, it's like, let's say you find it on sale for like $150. Or let's say $200. So that's $600. So you only pay $600 for those 3 monitors. So right there you saved money. You only spend $600. But let's say you find it cheaper. Let's say you find it for like $150. Right, 27-inch 150 with a display port, with a decent peak brightness, decent color and all that. You're still looking at, let me see, like $500, dude. That's not bad. For $500, you get 3 monitors. Instead of paying $2,000. You know what I mean? That's just me. That's how I started, man. And it will give you the same effect. It will give you the same vision. Yes, I would always tell you go for the ultra wide, but I also understand that the ultra wide, it's expensive. All right, guys, we're going to Greenland. We're almost there. So it depends what you're looking for. I've seen people do something ridiculous. I've seen people buy one of those cheap TCL televisions, like what was it, like a 50-inch TCL televisions, and they buy like 3 of them for like, I don't know, $400. So that's $800 for 2, like $1,200 for 3. Now that's 50-inch left, center, right. So you're looking like at 150-inch ultra wide. And if you're building, if you're building a cockpit, right? If you're building a cockpit and you're looking, to build a cockpit with all the instruments, with with the yoke and everything, right? All the panels, everything. Then of course, I mean, that's amazing. You are going to feel like you're really inside a cockpit, and your flying experience is going to be amazing. You can do it like that. But here's the thing, man. With a television, is different. There might be some latency. Especially if you buy those cheap televisions. They don't have a great refresh rate. There might be some latency in terms of response time. So DisplayPort is what you want, guys. So that's why I keep telling everybody, go with like a 27-inch, 327-inch DisplayPort, 3 monitors, and just go with that. Like with a 60 hertz refresh rate, you'll be all right. So there's options out there. If you want like a real good simulator experience, there are options. It just depends on what you are looking for. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it all depends on what you're looking for. I can't believe it's already been 2 hours and 45 minutes me flying. Today I was playing Call of Duty. I won 4 times in a row. 4 times in a row. But the first time I started playing it, in the beginning of the stream, there was this cheater, bro. Oh my God, this guy. I ripped him a new one, dude. I exposed him. I went nuclear on this guy, dude. Like, I went like legitimately nuclear on this guy, dude. He really pissed me off. Like, what he was basically doing, he was using cheat codes. He was using wall hack and then disappearing so you can't see him where he's at. Like, I can't see where he's at. He can see me plus the wall hacks. And then he's got unlimited stamina sprint. And he always knife me, constantly knifing me and everybody else. And then, I changed my, strategy, so I was able to get him a few times. But the point being is, he's still lost. I forgot his name. It's on a live stream. He's still lost. But I'm asking myself, like, dude, what's the fun in this? Like, I just don't understand. Like, what's the accomplishment? Like, people who are cheating, people who are doing this kind of crap, like, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, you haven't accomplished anything. I won. I mean, you can go watch the live stream. Be my guest. Just be prepared for some profanity. Be prepared for some very, like, brutal, like, I went like nuclear on this guy. I went like Ray Liotta narc on steroids on this fucking guy. I went like brutal. Like, I mean, when I say brutal, I mean legitimately brutal. I went on this guy. I showed him no fucking mercy. But he deserved it, by the way. But my whole point is this. It's not about him. It's not about that one cheater, that one a-hole. There's many like him out there who are doing this shit, who are cheating. And yes, I have won. I won the game. I won the game 4 times in a row. But still, my question is, I don't understand why these people do this, bro. Like, I'm trying to understand, like, what is the logic? Like, do they get off on it? I honestly, I'm starting to believe. I'm honestly starting to believe that some of these guys, they're such losers. Seriously, they haven't seen their dick since Nixon administration, since Watergate, right? The little dicklet. And I honestly believe that these guys, they get off on this. No, really. Like I was thinking about it today, like, like, and he lost. Every single one of those cheaters, they lost. They lost the game. So it's like, what was the point of you cheating to begin with? You lost. Like, that's what I understand about these guys. They know they're going to be banned. They know they're going to be exposed sooner than later, right? And they're still willing to do that. They're still willing to jeopardize them getting banned, them getting their console banned, because Microsoft will ban their console 100%. And they're willing to do that. They're willing to buy another console from Facebook, from someone else, dirt cheap, and then get their disposable emails and create a new fake ass account. And they're willing to do all that shit all over again. So the only conclusion that I can come up with these people who are doing this crap, who are cheating, they're doing it because they're losers. They got nothing else going on in their life. And this is as close for them getting off. I can't say it here, it's explicit. But this is like as close, this is like they get off, they get an orgasm. Like to them, this is an orgasm. They get off on this. Honestly, I 100% believe this. These guys are such losers that they get off on this crap, on cheating like that. That's like the only conclusion that I can come up with. They get off on it. Ooh, look at me. Did I get under his skin? And then they get off. They get off on it. That gives them an orgasm. I'm 100% sure. I can't think of any other reason, dude. Like, because the common sense doesn't align with these individuals. Like, the common sense doesn't mean anything for these individuals. So the only thing I can think of is, well, they certainly get off on it. Like, it gives them like some sort of, I don't know, orgasm power. They get off on it. Oh, it's such a great feeling. I got under his skin. I knifed him. I'm invisible. I'm using cheat codes. Dr. Disrespect talked about this. Oh, no, he's right. Doc is right. I was listening to him yesterday talk about this crap. Yeah, these people are like, they got nothing going on. They're losers, and this is the only thing they have. So that's all they do is just go around and cheat. Honestly, I am 100% sure that's the case. All right, we're near Greenland. All right, here we go. Welcome to Greenland. Very nice. let's be honest, to live on Greenland, it's miserable. The only like the only benefit of Greenland is just strategical, like military strategically, like for our military strategically would be a benefit. But this is miserable here, man. With all this ice and snow and dude, it's miserable to live. You think it's miserable to live in Alaska? Imagine how miserable it is to live here, bro. So I don't know, man. Like it's only worth it for strategically, for our military strategically. It's only like worth it for that reason. But other than that, man, I can't think of any other reason. Just a military strategical reason. But Danish people, the Norwegians, the Vikings. There's a lot of Viking, ancestry here, and I mean, they love cold. It's in their blood, dude. You have to understand, they're adjusted to this climate. To them, this is normal. Like, they can't stand the heat. If they go to, let's say, like tropics. If they go to Miami, the humidity and the heat, they can't stand that. Like, if you're Norwegian, they probably want to like go to go back to Sweden or Norway or Iceland or Greenland. Just like for me, I spent like how many years here in Florida. So for me, if I was to move to Alaska, I would get sick immediately. Like right away. Because I'm not used to that high altitude. I'm not used to that Arctic winter climate. No, Alexa, stop. Alexa. Stop, Alexa. Alexa. Stop. Alexa, stop. I mean, this is their hometown. This is their heritage, and I get it. Why they don't want to sell it? I mean, I totally understand. It's their heritage. It makes total sense. I get it. Would it be good for us strategically for our military and the Air Force? Absolutely. I'm not saying that it wouldn't, man. I'll be the first one to say yes. Strategically, we would have the advantage point from Alaska to Greenland. We would have the advantage. Like if Russia ever wanted to go to war with us, we would definitely have the advantage. Not only would we have the advantage in the North Atlantic, but also we would have the advantage on both Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbeans and Latin America. So we would certainly have the advantage, and Russia certainly wouldn't stand a chance. So yeah, I understand why we want it. This is nothing new. Like a lot of people think this is like some new thing. We've been trying to get Greenland for a long time now. So we made a deal. I forgot what year it was. We made a deal with Denmark that they will let us use the Greenland for military operations, for Air Force, for our Navy, for our submarines, etc., etc. So that agreement is still there. We can still do that. We can still go out there. But if we own it, apparently, that would make... Well, first of all, it would make the entire region really safe there if we own it. Because Russia wouldn't dare, like, try to provoke us, try to provoke America, I mean, we're neighbors in Alaska, and they don't dare, right? I mean, we're actually neighbors with Russia. We're right next to Alaska and Russia, man. It's like There's like a one little tiny island between us and Russia, right? So, and they don't dare, like Russia doesn't dare to mess with us. And there are neighbors right there on Alaska. Uh, so would this benefit us if we own it? If they become 51st state, Denmark? I think there's some benefits there, dude. I mean, think about it. You're an American citizen. You never have to worry about anybody invading you. Like the Denmark will become the safest European city. Think about it. No one will dare. No one will dare. So that's like the best guarantee, security guarantees in the future you'll ever have. So I don't know, man. Maybe they should think about it. I mean, there's certainly some benefits for them as well. And another benefit is they get to enjoy the American culture. They get to come here without any visa, right? You don't even need a passport. You can just come here. As long as you're an American citizen, you already have American passport, and you can just get on the plane and fly to New York, Miami, LA, right? San Francisco, Seattle. So they're honestly, I think Danish people should think about it. There's certainly benefits. Again, I don't want to get into politics because I'm not trying to piss off anybody here, especially if you're Danish, because I know it's your heritage, it's your Viking heritage. I get it, but I'm just simply saying there's certainly a benefit becoming part of the American, state, the United States. Becoming a 51st state, you're certainly going to benefit. And the benefit is no one will mess with you. It'll be the safest European state. That's American state in Europe. So no one's going to dare. If somebody attacks Greenland, they're automatically attacking Denmark. So no one will dare. And if Denmark becomes part of the United States, then no one would dare. No one would dare, mess with you guys. Like Russia wouldn't even dream of it. Nobody would dream. It's like it would be a suicide mission for anybody, who would try to attack you. So I don't know, man. Like there's some countries they wish that they could be part of United States of America, but there's simply no interest there. So the United States doesn't want some of these countries, other countries, to be part of the United States because we have no interest. But I don't know, man. Again, I don't want to get into this whole Greenland thing, but that's just my take on it. I mean, I get it. It's their heritage. It's their Norwegian heritage. I understand. This is their, heart and soul of their heritage. I get it. Goes back to, many, 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 hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. I get it. Their heritage and Vikings and all that. But Ukraine would love to be part of them. You know what? I'm sure Zelensky's like, man, why can't we become 51st state? Oh, that would be but that would also be a problem because then, that could escalate between America and Russia conflict, and nobody wants that because we all know where that leads to, right? You know what I mean? And nobody wants to gamble with a nuclear war, right? Nobody wants to gamble with that shit. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just, it's politics. It's complicated. But there's nothing really to see here in Greenland, honestly. It's just cold. It's miserable, cold, and really cold and miserable. when it comes to maneuvering, this is why all of the Raptor pilots selected selected lucky Raptor pilots. They say there's nothing quite like it. If you get selected for the Raptor team for F-22 Raptors in Alaska and other places around the country, this is the best maneuvering stealth jet fighter. Like, there's nothing better than this. We'll have to wait for the F-47, but until F-47 comes out, this is like the best of the best that we have right now. It's just so good. Like this thing for maneuvering, it's the best plane there is. And I can only imagine the kind of top secret technology that they have. Now imagine if F-47, as they're claiming, it's going to be better than F-22. Imagine just how amazing the F-47 is going to be. That's like the sixth generation stealth fighter. And just imagine what F-47 will be able to do. Oh my God, dude. But F-22, I don't know, man. I just like the way it looks and everything about it. It's just top notch. I know there's F-47, but we don't know much about the F-47. F-47, it's like top secret. Obviously, they're not going to tell us. But I can only imagine what F-47 will do. Yeah, but maneuvering with this one, forget it. Hey, you guys want to see some maneuvering? All right, let's go. This is the bad boy. This is why nobody wants to mess with this. We're the only ones that have it. So nobody wants to mess with us. Like, all right, F-22s are coming. Let's go home. We stand no chance. The aerodynamics of F-22 Raptor are really top notch. Very sensitive. F-35 is good, but let me tell you, F-35 can't even hold a glass of water to maneuverability that F-22 has. The way this thing maneuvers is just like, even yo, Sukhoi 57 also doesn't stand a chance. I know Russia claims that it can. It cannot. Trust me. If they could, they would. They can't. They wouldn't even dare. How about two Sukhois 57 versus F-22? Okay, well, that's not fair, first of all. Two Sukhoi 57s versus one F-22 Raptor. But it all depends how good the pilot is. If you're like really good pilot and you know your strategy, I think F-22 Raptor would still outmaneuver. In my honest opinion, I think it would still outmaneuver Sukhoi 57, Su-57. But then again, I don't know. But it's just, I don't know. What do you guys think? That's just my opinion. I'm really excited to see F-47. I can't wait to see F-47. F-47 is going to be la creme de la creme, the best of the best. When F-47 comes out, oh my God, dude. We own the skies. I think we already own the skies. I think, let's just face it, United States Air Force own the skies. We own the skies. There's no question about that. We dominate the skies. But with the F-47, when F-47 officially makes its appearance, F-47, that's it. It's checkmate. Dude, no one will touch us. No one will dare touch us in the sky. But make no mistake, F-22 Raptor is still great. Okay. This is still a remarkable stealth jet fighter. It's one of the best we have currently until F-47 comes out. Uh-oh, did I just crash? Oh no! Oh Lord! It's okay. I was going to end this anyway. So that's it. That's the Greenland. There you go, guys. 3 hours and 22 minutes. Maybe we can go to Alaska a little bit and say hello to Russia. How about this? Let's start from here. Let's go to Russia. This is Alaska. This is Russia. Look. Man, we're neighbors. It's just this island right here that separates us. We're like practically, we are neighbors, dude. This is Russia. This is Alaska. We are neighbors. So let's go say hello. Say hello. Say hello to, I don't even know what the hell I just said. Hello. What does that even mean? I don't know. It's just a new word I invented. It's the new word for hello. Hello. Maybe that's the new Greenland language. Hello. What? Hello. Maybe it's the new hello in Norwegian. Hello. All right, let's go. I don't know. Maybe some alien language. I don't know. Hello. Dude, there's no way I'm taking off from here. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Jesus Christ. Yo, this thing looks legit. Aren't you guys getting some Top Gun Maverick vibes over here? I certainly am getting some Top Gun Maverick vibes. All right, let's go. I want to zoom out a little bit more. I just feel like in the cockpit, we need to like zoom out a little bit more. Where is the cockpit? Let's bring it down to like 20. How about that? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that. That's great. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Here we go. We're going to Russia. There we go. Gears up. Good. We are going to Mother Russia. We're going to Mother Russia. You see that island? That's the island that separates us from Russia. See that island over there in the distance? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Russia. Let's go a little bit lower. So we are practically neighbors with Russia. We are. See how close the Russia is? Yo, there's Russia right there. That's Russia. Right there. And that's Alaska. That's Alaska, Russia. Alaska. Just for perspective, Alaska, Russia. Meaning United States, Russia. United States, Russia. Welcome to Russia. So, United States, Russia. United States, Russia. We're neighbors. Normally I would have to turn around because they will not let me fly here. Unless approved by Russian airspace. But yeah, now we're technically in Russia. Pretty much. This is Russia. Welcome to Mother Russia. They would not appreciate F-22 Raptor coming in here. Let me give you some more perspective. See that in the distance? That's Alaska. It's just that one little island that separates us from Russia. So that's America and this is Russia, dude. Just for the perspective. So I'm in a Russian airspace right now. Maybe I should turn back. Yeah, I should definitely turn back. They will not appreciate this. Yeah, so this is Russia. And just that island, that little island over there, it's what separates us from America and Russia. It's this little island. I don't think people understand. Like, I don't know if people understand this. We have been neighbors with Russia for a long time. Okay? We have been neighbors with Russia for 200 years. Technically, yeah, for 200 years. It's just this island that separates us from them. All right? That's Russia. I'm leaving their airspace. And that's Alaska over there. That's America. You see how close it is? You could build the bridge like a Key West bridge. They actually thought about doing that. They could build the bridge from here to this island, and then from this island to the Alaska. Technically, they could do that, but it never happened. But they could have. They could have built a bridge from here, and then from this island to the Alaska over there. That is if our relationship becomes better, you know, we could like. I think it's good to have a relationship with every country, honestly. You know, I don't like wars. I don't like conflicts, but like we are neighbors, dude. Like we're neighbors, all right? That's Russia, and that's America. Russia, America. Russia, America. Russia, America. And it's only this island that separates us. It's like these three little islands that separates us from from the border. I don't think you guys like have this perspective, because I don't know how well do you guys know the geography and maps and all that. But when you see it now in perspective, you're going to say, "Holy crap, man! We really are neighbors. We are. We are neighbors. There's no question about that. We are neighbors. That's it." Tin City. Tin City. Honestly, Tin City, Alaska, America, it's almost like this is like the closest. If you live in Tin City, man, you're closest to Russia. Like you can get on a boat and go to Russia like within, I don't know, like a couple of hours on a boat, depending how fast the boat is. Let's say 3 hours on a boat, maybe 3 hours. Man, I think it's 2 hours on a boat. It's really close. Yeah, this is Tin City right here. I don't know. For those of you who live in Tin City, please tell me, because I don't know how long does it take with a boat. If you take a boat, depending, I don't know how fast the boat is, uh, like a standard boat from Tin City to Russia, it's like a couple of hours. I assume it's a couple of hours. I don't know. But you guys let me know. Leave a comment down below. You let me know how long does it take. It cannot be that long. I think it's a couple of hours. All right, let's park. Let's park this F-22 Raptor. All right, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 hours and, let me see, 3 hours and 41 minutes. 3 hours and 42 minutes. I didn't think I was going to stream this long, but I did promise you that we're going to go to Greenland and then Alaska with the F-22 Raptor. You see, I kept my promise, and it's a pretty long live stream. I think you guys will enjoy this, watching it from beginning, because it will give you a great idea of just how good this F-22 Raptor is and how good this Velocity One flight stick is, how well it runs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know, is there anything else I can say? I think that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Nothing else to say, my friends. That's all she wrote. Did you see how quickly I was able to land without any issues? Just like that. Whoa, hey, lady. Jesus. Good God. Whoa. Okay, guys. That's it. The show, it's over. I gotta go eat my dinner. I did 2 live streams, Call of Duty, this, plus Star Wars Outlaws. Let me tell you, Star Wars Outlaws runs solid. It does. It runs solid on xCloud, and it's pretty impressive for a 1440p, 30 FPS xCloud version. So I was impressed how well the xCloud version of Star Wars Outlaws run on the xCloud. So It's solid and it's great. But I'm more impressed by Nintendo Switch 2, honestly. I mean, I expect the xCloud version to look good, to play good, even at 30 FPS, you know, and it really does. It looks very solid for a 1440p 30 FPS. You can go check out that video. But the most impressive to me, it's Nintendo Switch 2 version of Star Wars Outlaws, in my opinion. Star Wars Outlaws on Nintendo Switch 2, that's where it truly shines, in my opinion. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. The show, it's over. The show, it's over. Okay? It's over. That's it. Thank you for watching.